Now, ain't that nasty work, bro? Gifting radio CDs and finding them in garages. That's nasty,
Hella
disgusting
nasty
work.
work, bro.
And this how dumb they is. Say you would have took those CDs and got them to sign them. I'm not even talking about selling them. You could probably make money doing that. But let's just say this: BTS gifted you they personally they CD. I would have got everyone to sign it. Welcome back to the React Room. I'm your boy Don K.
AJ in the building. What's happening, good people?
Remember, nothing much, man. Remember we was talking about the last time we filmed. We was talking about you had asked me a question. You said, "Do you think that they get radio play in Korea?"
Yeah.
Okay. I think they do radio play everywhere, but have you been hearing about that lawsuit that's going on in the States? Where they say it's like it's just been speculation that they've been saying, you know, with the Drake Kendrick thing, and everybody been saying that iHeartMedia.
Yeah, I heard about it.
They said it's coming. They said it's like coming, and they about to shut down everything because of Payola and radio stations taking money. And you remember how I told you? You remember when I told you that song dropped, and it was like, "What did I miss?" And I was like, "Bro, how did What Did I Miss not go number one? How did Nokia not go number one? Why did they go to two, and then they just kind of like just dropped out?"
Just dropped out.
But and it was all because of radio play, the streams and the buy, and people are saying that that's how a lot of these labels control the music industry, because you can't get those type of awards unless you get radio play. So radio still, because you know radio's kind of died, but as long as they can control awards and they can control accolades, they still got a little bit of power. You know what I'm saying? So
Radio play, they always gonna have a little bit of power. No, they getting paid off.
I know. So
paid off heavy.
It made me think, like, you know, they got a documentary. Boris got a guide about BTS versus the radio and Payola and how all of that work and why they don't do it. And I don't think you ain't ever seen that, have you? No, it's basically explains how the music industry control everything and how BTS, they refuse to pay for that. They refuse to pay for radio. They refuse to do any of that. If they can't get the number one on their own, they just won't get it. And I feel like that's how a lot of artists. Well, no, I'm lying.
And it should be that. It's supposed to be that way.
Yeah, but you know, it's not. But anyways, she can explain it better than I can, so we're gonna just get to it.
In 2017, BTS realized that they were not only the biggest artists in South Korea, but they also had a chance to be recognized in the Western music industry. That year, they were nominated to their first big American award, the Billboard Music Awards. They attended the ceremony and got their first Top Social Artist Award. So what was next? The biggest artists in the United States have at least one of these three things under their belts: streams, sales, and radio play. These three things are the only criteria to get a number one single in music charts, including the Billboard charts, the biggest one in the music industry. This is why BTS went to many radio stations, had a lot of interviews, and gifted their latest album, You Never Walk Alone, to radio DJs. ARMYs got the message. Radio is important. So we requested BTS songs on every radio station we could, and if we saw that BTS was going to be interviewed on one, we sent them flowers, chocolates, and letters, thanking them for giving this opportunity to BTS.
Your ARMY sent us flowers to thank us for having you on.
And that has never happened before with any other artist.
However, as time passed, the radio spins never came, and the albums BTS gifted to radio stations were found unopened in garage sales. So why were radios massively tweeting about BTS and inviting them to their shows if they never intended to play their songs, even when they became the most requested artist on radio? Believe it or not, many radio DJs dislike BTS because they cannot profit from their success like they can from other musical acts. The only thing they can do is increase their radio's social media engagement.
I want to see your techniques, okay, for taking a selfie. Can we put all these on our website and let people maybe they can vote for who's got the best technique?
And radio is able to directly profit from playing certain songs because of an illegal practice called Payola.
Now, ain't that nasty work, bro? gifting radio CDs and finding them in garages. That's nasty.
Hella nasty work, bro.
And this how dumb they is. Say you would have took those CDs and got them to sign them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even talking about selling them. You could probably make money doing that. But let's just say this. BTS gifted you they personally, they CD. I would have got everyone to sign it, played their music, and hung that CD up in the wall. Do you know how that's like a piece of history of my. It's like getting, it's like getting
artwork, like a statue in a museum.
Bro, it's crazy. Why wouldn't you want that? Like that's like getting a Beyonce album, or getting a Jay-Z album, or getting a Drake album, or getting a, you know what I'm saying? Like, you getting something, they gifting you something personally. You'll be able to tell that story forever.
Mm-hmm.
You making it cool to come back to radio, because it doesn't matter if you like the music, it's what the people you listening to want to hear. Right. And then you just blatantly ignoring them. That's crazy.
They acting like they the ear for the people. No, it don't work that way.
That's crazy.
Payola, also known as the illegal version of pay for play, happens when an artist's record label pays radio to play their songs over and over again without disclosing the fact that the radio spins were paid. This way, these radio spins can count towards music charts like the Billboard Hot 100. It is basically bribing radio stations to play a song. This practice is illegal and it was banned from radio stations. However, in 2020, Rolling Stones magazine exposed more than 2,500 text messages involving Steve Sapp, a radio promoter with a number of radio stations. The messages reveal conversations between Sapp and multiple major label executives, where they arranged multiple payola agreements. This led to an investigation targeting the Recording Industry Association of America, record labels, and streaming services, as well as a lawsuit that later revealed that Sapp received more than 130 payments totaling over $300,000. And this is only one case of one independent radio promoter, which involved only 3 radio stations in the adult contemporary format: the Bay Area's KREV, Palm Springs KRCK, and Las Vegas KFRH. Agreements with major labels are believed to be multi-million-dollar settlements, just like it was shown in a 2004 investigation. And I just want to clarify that the artists themselves allegedly did not have anything to do with these agreements. The text messages showed no evidence that any artists were communicating with Sapp, only their labels.
Well, of course the artist's not going to deal directly with them. They don't. Sometimes they don't know what's going on, and sometimes that's what I'm on the label for. Y'all figure that out. Y'all pay them. Y'all do y'all little. That's what y'all getting y'all cut for.
Yeah.
But these people are scheming. This is coming off as scammy behavior. This is coming off
like supposed to be handling all those matters.
Bro, first off, why are you even? If you that popular, why are you even? Bro, think about how much of a monopoly they have. Not only do you they make you follow their rules, kiss ass, and do all this other stuff. Now they're making you pay the radio stations. That's crazy, bro. It's no. So me liking a song or making it popular, I have no voice. So it could be crappy music on there as long as they pay you.
As long as they pay you. Hey, if it's trash and you paid the price, we still gonna run it.
That's crazy.
We're gonna force Payola. Panic at the Disco's radio promoter sent an urgent text to Sapp when the group's spins decreased, saying, "I just did a 2,000 deal with you. I need Panic back up." Sapp texted a station employee, "Any way to move 5 seconds of summer to Superpower till Saturday? I will get a great promo for you." Another text says, "Can we do Flora Cash and Khaled? Promise them 35 spins each. We'll cover that cash giveaway." When one station increased the number of players days of a single by LSD, the Columbia Records trio by Labyrinth, Sia, and Diplo, Sap wrote, "I just got you a 1000 promo through Columbia. Tell me what you need for stations. They will cover." Another text said, "This week, kill Panic and Ed Sheeran and put Sean Superpower for number 1. Republic sweating me already." Another text said, "Can we put down Jonas Brothers Sucker, helping Pink go number 1. Apart from Panic at the Disco, 5 Seconds of Summer, Flora Cash, Khaled, Labyrinth, Sia, Diplo, Shawn Mendes, and Pink, other artists according to the text include Dua Lipa, the Jonas Brothers, the Backstreet Boys, Ellie Goulding, Dean Lewis, Maren Morris, Marshmello, Halsey, Ed Sheeran, and other artists associated with Warner.
What all of them artists got in common? They all white. And this is the point. And I'm not trying to be racist, but think about this. They trying to, if you got the majority of people in the United States, and this is what I don't understand. Now, this doesn't apply to Taylor Swift and the GOATs and all of them other ones, but notice what they saying. All right, if these artists are as big as you say they are, if you telling me rap isn't that popular and it's not this and it's not that and hip hop is not this and it's not that, why y'all always got all of these little secret tactics to go number 1 with every genre but what this one is? Like, now don't get me wrong, until Kendrick went number 1 a bunch with these bots this year, that was like the first time I heard of like them botting like rap songs to get rap songs number 1 high. Yeah. I'm sure it's been around, but like, it's just funny to me how all of those things, bro, could you take Jonas Brothers down so Pink can go number 1? They talking about all of these different, I don't know, man. It's just sleazeball, but that's crazy. But these are actual text messages from the owners.
They got to do all that just to. But for what reason? If your artist got good music, all this, these games don't need to be played.
But they don't got good music, so these games must be played.
But yeah, that's what I'm about to say. And that's the thing.
Music, Sony Music, Universal Music, Columbia Records, and Republic Records. The messages also reveal that the problem does not only rely on record labels willingly paying for radio plays, but also radio stations extorting record labels. Sap wrote on a text message, "I'm going to make Patty beg for increase," when talking about spins for a Louis Capaldi song. So how did he allegedly extort record labels? For example, Green Day's lead singer Billie Joe Armstrong released a cover of "I Think We're Alone Now," which gained organic popularity and started climbing radio charts in 2020, since it offered a small measure of comfort to a pandemic-stricken world. However, it seems like his record label was not interested in actively promoting the song, so Steve Sap texted an employee at a radio station to reduce the song's spins as a way of forcing them to pay. He wrote, "I hate to do this, but Billie Joe needs to go down. They, the record label, said they aren't working on it and not paying bills. If we take down, let's see if they are all of a sudden working on it." But this tactic, or I would say extortion, didn't work out. Sap then wrote, "Billie Joe down and they never paid a dime." So when BTS were first invited to US radio stations in 2017, they were happily welcomed and had some pretty nice interviews. But I really don't think it's a coincidence that after some time, the same radio DJs that were interviewing them and being nice to them changed their attitudes towards them. If we can learn anything from this Sap lawsuit, is that during these days, a Payola agreement had to be made. But BTS and Big Hit refused, so radio stations turned their back on them, just like they did with Billie Joe Armstrong. Now, you may think that radios refuse to play BTS songs because they are in Korean, and that is definitely part of the problem. However, even with their massive promoted English singles, they don't get the same crazy amount of plays as other smaller English songs. And when they do get radio play, because of the massive success of the songs, radios only give them 1 or 2 spins during daytime, and some more spins between midnight and 6 a.m., so they can have the least amount of listeners they can. This is part of their extortion, allegedly. exactly. Just compare Dynamite or Butter to the Shawn Mendes case shown in Sapp's text messages. Sapp wrote that Republic Records was paying for Shawn's single If I Can Have You to rise to number 1. Sapp wrote, "This week, kill Panic and Ed Sheeran and put Shawn's Superpower for number 1. Republic's sweating me already." Then the station told Sapp that Shawn's single was set to play every half hour. But then Sapp fired off another text saying, "It is too close and we haven't jumped Ed yet. After 8 p.m., can we do every 15 minutes? No one will even notice. No one listens to the radio unless in a car." And apparently, playing the Shawn Mendes song every 15 minutes worked, because that week, Mendes leapfrogged Sheeran on the media-based chart and hit number 1.
Ain't that crazy? Listen to what they just said.
Every 50 minutes.
No, every 15 minutes.
I was once from 50 to 15 minutes.
So every 15 minutes, play the song non-stop until they get to number 1. And it actually worked. And it's the craziest part about the whole situation. The dude literally told on himself in the text message. He literally said, "It doesn't matter. People don't even listen to the radio.
Listen to music unless they in the car."
Bro. So you basically know no one's listening, and you basically saying this is fake. It's all fake. That's basically what I got out of it.
Sapp did say one right thing. No one listens to the radio unless in a car. And this is only when people don't have the chance to connect their streaming service to the car. Radio is dying. So why do music charts consider radio spins as important as sales and streams? The songs on radio are not the songs that the general public likes. They are the songs that the general public is forced to like. It is impossible for a song to be an organic radio hit when it's played every 15 minutes. The Billboard Hot 100 and the other music charts should stop treating radio numbers as a metric for a song's success. But of course, they won't stop. The music industry is an extremely corrupt system, and they don't care if BTS has more fans actually buying and streaming their music. If they don't pay for radio, their number ones will be taken away. They don't care that BTS is the artist that sells the most records in the world. The music industry has brainwashed music fans into thinking that the general public's approval is better than a loyal fanbase, because that is organic success, when it's been proven time and time again that the general public's opinion is forced into them by music labels, shameful campaigns, and strategies. And your favorite artist, no matter who it is or will be hurt by this, because the general public only listens to what they're supposed to listen to, and then they move on and forget. Artists do care about views, likes, plays, and streams, because it means that people are listening to their music and watching them perform. Those who say their favorite artists don't care about views or charts are just deluding themselves. Artists want what BTS has, whether they admit it or not.
The BTS, they're massive. I want that social following. Me and Shawn Mendes are like, how do we get this type of fan base?
BTS and their label Big Hit always shared a message of honesty through music, and they refuse to give up these values for a number 1, even though this is something that every artist wants, including BTS themselves.
What's kind of something else that you'd like to accomplish this year?
Billboard Hot 10.
When BTS were rejected by radio in 2017, ARMYs assumed that it was because their songs are in Korean and nothing else. And I don't personally know BTS, but maybe they thought this too. However, when they released Dynamite in 2020, something happened. BTS had a lot of interviews for radio stations again. They even had a bus where radio DJs could listen to Dynamite before the release date. They repeated this promotion for the release of Butter.
BTS is sending tour buses around the country to different radio stations with Butter on it. They're playing it, but we're getting a chance to hear it before anybody else.
ARMY's hopes were up because these are songs in English, and this type of promotion worked to a certain extent. Compared to their Korean songs, BTS were gaining significant radio play for the first time. But even in the best case scenario, the radio spins were not nearly as massive as other artists who had songs way less popular than Dynamite or Butter. Maybe it's because they didn't do what they were expected to do, which is pay their way to number 1. And even before the release of their English singles, BTS expressed that they hate these chart manipulation tactics, and that even though they had multiple wrongful opportunities to jump to number 1, they refused to do so.
부정적인 방법도 좋지만 조금 더 정직한 방법으로 좋은 음악을 만드는 게 어떨까요? 모두 다 좋은 음악을 하고 좋은 음악을 듣는 그런 시대가 왔으면 좋겠습니다.
It's a pretty common thing for BTS and other artists to invite radio DJs to their concerts and give them their albums so they can get to know them as artists. Because radio DJs are supposed to be interested in music. Radio DJs were first supposed to share the songs they liked on their radio shows because they were supposed to be music lovers. They were even considered music experts, but they aren't. They do zero research before interviewing them. They ask them the same repetitive questions. And when armies talk about their music, they cut them to ask who their favorite member is.
I like how they're really talented and they're very inspiring. Like all their songs, I love them.
But Sabrina, let's just cut to the important. Who do you have the biggest crush on?
They would rather tweet nonsense about BTS's looks, hair, or outfits to gain some likes. They even make fun of armies, implying we are obsessive by doing things like this. Me running to stay at BTS Airbnb so I can smell B's pillow. Or this other guy called Psych, who is the most immature radio host in history. He tweeted, "We have BTS hair people," and showed a video of BTS's hair, according to him. Armies responded that it was weird for him to film that and that was so embarrassing for him. He then said that it was just a joke and that he was making fun of crazy fan bases. When Armies didn't buy it and decided to stay away from him and not watch the interview, he said that we were not true fans because true fans would watch anything and everything when it comes to their favorite group. He also responded non-stop to every army he could and then said that everyone was just jealous of him. He tweeted, "Well, I spoke the truth. I met them. Some of you didn't. Is that not true? You don't think die-hard fans are jealous of people that meet BTS?" Another tweet said, "It must kill you to know that you'll never meet BTS and I've met them twice in less than a year. Also, be careful with talking about snapping necks. Violent threats are not typically acceptable on social media." Of course, making himself the victim. When the interview was released, the guys didn't seem very comfortable with him, even when the interview was before any of this happened.
These fans, you guys.
Hey, man.
How you gonna make yourself a victim and you the one that did all the damage, tried to do the damage?
Jackson. People are just, oh my God, man.
You gonna talk about their hair, talk about their music.
I don't think they care. Jack, like,
that's the problem. They ain't care about the music.
They talking about little girl stuff. They talking about like, oh, who's your favorite member? Is he cute?
Mm-hmm.
Who you have the biggest crush on? What are you talking about? There's no way that I'm getting a BTS interview and I'm asking them, what are you talking about, bro? They got so much music out, so many other things going on. You can talk about, even if you want something dramatic, you can ask them about being hated on and stuff. I don't know, man.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't talking to you about I ain't doing it.
You guys know they're pretty insane.
These radio DJs think this is what we want, when the only thing we're asking for is for them to learn a little about their music. But they don't even listen to their songs. Mario Lopez interviewed them without even knowing that they dance. And I'm pretty sure he didn't listen to a single BTS song before this interview.
What do you have planned for the concerts? Do you guys like to dance at your shows? Do you do a lot of dancing?
Yeah, of course.
So yes, dancing in the shows. What else could we look forward to?
And despite being invited, radio DJs don't go to their concerts because they simply don't care.
You guys ever been to a BTS show?
And it didn't matter how big they got. At this point, the fact that none of them have gone to their concerts, at least out of curiosity, shows their bitterness. They don't get any benefits from their success, so they don't want BTS to succeed. The radio DJ Big Ray, one of the only ones who openly supports BTS, revealed that radio DJs would talk bad about BTS on a private Facebook group. He tweeted, "There's a Facebook group for radio people, and today they were basically shading BTS pretty hard. Mind you, I've been a pretty active supporter of BTS for a while, but I never thought I would get that upset over a Facebook post." These radio DJs who talk bad about BTS in private are the same ones who have the audacity to tell armies, well, maybe you should be nice to DJs, ignoring all the thank you gifts and nice messages we send them. These guys from SiriusXM even pretended they were the ones who bought these cupcakes for BTS, when it was armies who bought them for them to play their music.
We have a little something to give to you guys in celebration.
We brought you cupcakes.
The cupcakes even have the logo of the fanbase who sent them, which is slightly different from the official ARMY logo. And even worse, a DJ called Dave from 103.3
Oh, Jackson, these people have no shame, man. So you gonna steal the fans sent you cupcakes to give to BTS. You took them and said you bought
And they gonna take them for themselves.
Yeah, we bought you. We got something for you. And the fat
We got something for you. Brought you cupcakes.
I knew it was gonna be the fat dude to say something. Oh yeah, Lord, we brought you cupcakes. You ain't buying nobody cupcakes, bro. Then you so stupid. The fan base that sent them, they got their logo on the cupcakes.
Got their logo on the cupcakes.
It's embarrassing, bro. Westerners.
AMP Radio from Boston said that armies were trying to poison him with the cupcakes they sent to the station as a thank you gift. He then said that it was just a joke because he always says that armies are annoying, and then he manifested that BTS will break up because he believes in manifestation. So don't say armies should try being nicer to radio DJs. We've been nice enough. Radios need to...
This man manifested so they could break up.
He said that he
yes, that's what he just said.
No, that's what she said. That was her words. I don't think he actually said that. I think he said I want to make it. No, it's a little bit further.
Cupcakes even have the logo of the fanbase who sent them, which is slightly different from the official ARMY logo. And even worse, a DJ called Dave from 103.3 AMP Radio from Boston said that armies were trying to poison him with the cupcakes they sent to the station as a thank you gift. He then said that it was just a joke because he always says that armies are annoying, and then he manifested that BTS will break up because he believes in manifestation. So don't say armies should try being nicer to radio DJs. We've been nice enough. Radios need to stop pretending that what gets...
I don't think he used the word, man. I think he was just saying that he was just predicting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Same difference.
Same difference. No, I thought you said that he said that, like, I want to, like, it's a difference if I say, yo, I'm manifesting that. If I come to you and say, yo, I'm manifesting and they break up, like, that's some crazy stuff. But if I say, oh, I think they're going to break up, like, bro, this guy, look at him. Would you trust a guy with a brown hat on?
No. Okay. Yeah, no. What hat that is? Carhartt?
I don't know, bro. I'm never trusting a guy with a brown hat who's smiling like that.
It's played on the radio is ever dictated by a fandom's relationship with a radio DJ. They don't care about the most requested song or artist. They care about money. In conclusion, I don't think we should blame BTS or Big Hit, a Korean company, for not bribing radio DJs. They are not the problem. Radio is. This person tweeted, Payola is illegal. Do you really want our guys or their company to do that? You do realize that they would take the money but then give another white or at least American artist more spins so they can't top the charts? The music industry is one of the most corrupt systems marred with systemic racism and xenophobia. There is no winning this other than what we're doing for years, showing them that we will succeed anyways. In 2017, BTS and ARMYs were so excited and full of hope, without realizing how dirty the Western music industry is.
듀오라는 곳을 넘기가 굉장히 어려우니까 팬분들을 DJ들한테 꽃다발도 보내고 여기 현지 에이전시사에서도 되게 노력 많이 하고 그런 일들.
We learned by experience, and it looks like now BTS lost respect for the industry they admire at some point.
The name is really huge for us. We've been listening to Billboard like since we were like 8.
They are literally the biggest artists in the world right now, but they have experienced disappointment after disappointment. They didn't even promote their new singles in America like they used to. Left and Right, Bad Decisions, Jack in the Box, and Yet to Come. Only only have some calm interviews intended for only armies to watch. They have more personal content and projects. Basically the same as before, but without the awkward interviews with people from the media. This is why BTS can only rely on armies, and that is a good thing. Other artists may be in the constant fear of being forgotten by the general public, unless they pay, of course. So don't let others make you believe that BTS's number ones were inorganic, because they are the only ones with an actual fan base actively purchasing their music and not paying for radio spins every 15 minutes. Brian Rowley wrote a very good article for Forbes titled BTS didn't cheat their way to number one on the Hot 100. They just beat other artists at their own game. So don't let others guilt you for buying BTS's music. Don't listen to what others say. Stream. Watch their music videos and performances on official YouTube channels. Buy their songs and albums. It doesn't matter if they are old or new. OG7 group projects with only some members, or solo projects. BTS will remain on top, whether the music industry likes it or not.
So in conclusion, you clearly see that the coalition is out.
That is some top hating
Hey, that's what they That's what they do. That's what they do in this world, bro. I told you, if we can't beat you, we'll just ignore you.
That's crazy. Even just doing interviews, they on some hating type crap.
Yeah,
but for no reason though.
We have to, Jackson. They have to. Their livelihood is at stake. They've been scamming. I've been telling y'all about the scammies and all these other little radio, bro. This is why I got such a big problem with Hot 97, Power 105. Like, this is why I never really believed in what they had going on. People think I don't respect people's opinions. It's not that I don't respect people's opinions. This is that give me your opinion based on music. Don't come with all of this crap. And it's like, again, we don't listen to a ton of country, but country is a driving force in America. You can't get mad that a country artist is number one if you don't listen to country, because it's just a genre that you don't listen to. But overall, it's a popular genre, just like BTS. You might not like BTS music, but you can't say that everybody else wrong for liking it. You know what I'm saying?
Wrong for liking it. Yeah.
And you can't punish them by saying, "Oh, we just not gonna give them a number one." Why? Like, why do you get to decide who goes number one and not? And it's not doing anything, because you can't force people to buy your music. You can go number one all you want. Are you gonna sell?
I couldn't imagine being in the music industry, because I'd be in jail.
I don't know, man.
Once I find out what radio station's doing, I'll be going up there whooping everybody's ass.
That's why I was so happy.
I'd be in jail.
I can't wait till this lawsuit come out. We get to see who been taking that money, bro. Who been fucking around with this shit. Who been taking bribes. Because like I said, I done heard way too much Kendrick Lamar this year. And I'm like, man, I know for a fact.
The most ever.
Bro, Luther went number one. Luther probably went number one longer than any other song I done seen this year. And I'm like, bro, Luther was cool. We both liked it when it came out. I was like, bro, Luther fire. I like it. But number one, 12 weeks, 3 months, it was number one. Like, you had 4 singles in the top 10 and nobody even talking about them. That sound like Payola to me. That sound like, I don't know.
There was a lot more other music out.
Hey, man.
That was doing way more numbers.
Listen, man.
Also,
I'm glad this being exposed. I can't wait. Please release
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a loss for words on that one. When she just broke down and explained how they doing.
Hey, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
From where we from, that's a death wish. You playing with people's money.
Hey. Hey, I get it. I already know what's going down. I've been knew what was going down. I just want these DJs and radio stations to get exposed, because I know Spotify and Apple Music, all these platforms, they controlling who gets played and what gets played, and it's not the fans. It's really like they algorithms and who pays them. But again, the good fight is on. The war is on. The coalition is alive and well. They are healthy as hell. They sitting around eating chicken noodle soup by the fire. We at war.
By the fire.
They eating chicken noodle soup by the fire. They got a glass of hot tea. They got their tin up. They got crumpets. Look, bro, they ready. We at war. They letting you know we at war. So at the end of the day, we're gonna fight fire with fire. Y'all gotta help me take down the coalition. It's just that simple, man. But hey,
that don't make sense, man. They playing I get it. They playing the short game, get a quick buck here and there. But if they was playing the long game where they can last in the game forever,
no, that will require you to be honest and think.
Oh, you're right.
But hey, you guys tell us in the comments, man, what do you think about this whole Payola scam with BTS versus the radio? It affects all artists. They got a big lawsuit coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's a huge lawsuit about to come. You just watch over the next couple months. Next couple weeks, maybe you watch the U.S. It's a big lawsuit coming. But you guys tell us, what do you think about it? Do you feel like BTS is still underplayed on the radios? Do you think they overplayed? They got 6 number ones? They should probably have 10 number ones if it was fair. But we'll never know. But you guys tell us what you think about all of this. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Always with love. Peace.
Out of here.